Hello everybody, this is Sabir from WS Academy and welcome back to the next lecture. Here in this lecture, I'm going to explain the new welcome screen of Photoshop CC 2017. You will not get this screen in previous version of Photoshop, but only you will get this in the newer version in CC 2017. So what is this screen? In this screen, you will get your recent file that you previously opened in Photoshop. And here also the two big buttons, New and Open. If you're in old school and don't want this screen, just press Escape and you will get into Photoshop. Again, I'm restarting my Photoshop to get that screen again to explain it more. Okay, if you do not want this welcome screen again and again when you're starting the Photoshop, just go to Edit, Preferences, General, and uncheck this button. But I suggest to use this screen because it is really helpful to open previous projects. Now let me explain the new document window. When I click on the new, you will see something like this. This is really changed from the previous version of Photoshop, but it is very helpful. Here I get the recent files, the recent items, the recent size that I've used for my projects. You see here. I use these sizes for my recent projects. But if you need something ready-made, if you need preset, for example, if you're working a web design, just click on a web and you will get every preset right over here. It's very easy to customize and very easy to select from it. But if you need your own size, just get right over here and give your own size. We will use the pixels right over here because pixel is the basic unit of graphics, so I'm gonna use pixels. Let's suppose I'm going to use pixel 1920 by 1080, which is an HD format for video. I can easily swap up these sizes by just clicking right over here. If you need a portrait image, just click right over here, and if you need a landscape, just click right over here. You will see that these are swapping up. We'll explain the output later because this is not our concern right now. Here's another thing which is called resolution. What is resolution? Resolution is something that how many pixels would I get in 1 centimeter or in 1 inch. So this is the number of pixels per square inch. For the digital graphics, you are going to using 300 pixel per inch. But if you're going to do web design, you're going to use 72 pixel per inch. But for digital art, digital compositing, you will use 300 because we need some HD result. In the color mode, if you are going to print that file, you're going to use CMYK color. Let's suppose you are going to create a hard book cover, so you will use the CMYK color. But you are going to design something which will be digital and not for a print use, you will use RGB color. Here's 8-bit, 16-bit and 32-bit. What are these things? It means that how many bit it needs to process the image, to process your file. 8-bit, 16-bit, or 32-bit, but we will use 8-bit because if you are going to increase it, you will get a good result, but it will need a more processing of your system. If your workstation is strong, you can use 16-bit, and also it increases the size of the file, but I'm going to use 8-bit. The background contents. What is this thing? Let's suppose you are going to create something and you need a specific color for the background. You can select a specific color. Here you can get white, black, background color. What is this background color? We'll explain it later, that what is background and what is foreground color. Now if you need a transparent, just scroll down and you will see the transparent right over here. Advanced option. Here you can select your color profile. We'll use working RGB, or you can also select an don't color manage because we can manage it later. Don't worry about these things. Here you can give your name for the project, but you can also do this later. There's no need of the name. If you want to give, you can easily give a name. If you want to save this preset, you can easily save it by pressing on this button, and now you can give your name that something like test, save preset, and now it's in the save tab. Now let's create the document. Here the document is created and you can see the white patch. But if you don't need that new document window in new style, you can use also the old one. For example, I'm going to create a new window, but I don't want this type of interface. I need the old one. So it's easy. Go to Edit, Preferences, General, and here check Use Legacy New Document Interface and hit OK. Now when I click on a new, you will see the old one. Now here are some tricks in this old one. For example, if you're using CSX, for that user, I'm going to explain this window. It's the same window. Here you're going to give you a name. Here are some presets right over here. I created this test preset you see, and all the stuffs are same, but I want to reset everything. So what you're gonna do, hold Alt and you will see that the cancel changed to reset. So when I click on the reset, it goes to the reset font. Hit OK. So that was the new welcome interface. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I am Sabir and I will see you in the next video.